Why do you love your jeans?
Oh, because actually my boyfriend gave them to me when we were dating, but then he broke up with me, and I was angry, and I tore the holes on them.
Oh.
Yeah, but I still love them because it's kind of the part of me. But actually, I wish I could add something here, like maybe initials or the particular date when he gave it to me, or probably I would shorten the length of the jeans, something in addition.
Why do you love your jeans?
So, I actually love them because last week I was out with my girls celebrating my birthday, and we were standing in a club partying at our table, and all of a sudden a really famous person who I always used to love, I always watched Gossip Girl, and then suddenly Ed Westwick from Gossip Girl was standing next to me, partying on the table, and I was just like freaking out. It was so cool, and yeah, it's just so nice to see somebody that famous that I love that much. And yeah, I even have a picture of him. Oh my god, isn't that cool? Love him. And yeah, that's actually why these are my lucky jeans now. You know what? I actually wish I didn't have to roll them up by myself all the time, because that's really in right now.
Why do you love your jeans?
So it is a long story. When I was a child, my mom always turned on at the S&M concert of Metallica in the car. So I really wanted to go to their concert and see them live when I will grow up. And they didn't come to Russia year by year, but now in this year I went to their concert and I was in my high-waisted jeans, and I really want to Levi's to keep my jeans alive, that the sign that my dream came true, and to always keep my memories. But I wish they will be in black, it will be very rock. Why do you love your jeans?
So I'm finally moving out of my family home, and the other day I was packing some things and going through some of my old stuff, and I found a photo of myself as a child. I'll show you. Now, first thing I thought was, how stylish was I? And second of all, it reminded me of when I used to go to Cornwall with my mother and father, and we used to visit the beach. I would wear this little ensemble, and apparently I still do it today, so it's no wonder I wear my sunglasses on my head even when it's not sunny. You know what? These are great, and I have so much space at the front, but they're so loose here, and I wish they were tighter.
Everyone knows Levi's, which has a long history. Levi's is now conducting a brand extension, which is consulted by our agency G7. As a consultancy, we conducted a full brand audit to identify the business need. We adopt the STIPO plus E analysis, and several important factors are summarized as follows. Among them, social and technological factors regarding the e-commerce and customized jeans are well explained in our later section 2.b. We also conducted the competitor analysis. Several main competitors has been analyzed to learn their major advantages. For example, Pamper Jeans has adopted the extensive and fancy advertising strategy to attract more young customers. And this will be further expanded in our positioning map. We also conducted the SWOT analysis which aggregates the external factors and lead to our decision making. For example, the attacking strategy, which is based on the strengths and opportunity, it is exploring the existing brand equity and supply chain management capabilities to launch more than online platform. In addition, the building strength for defensive, which is based on the weakness and threat, can be building strong, responsive digital asset, which constitutes a competitive advantage over competitors.
So now let's pass to brand audit. Here we can see brand identity map, and the core of this brand, Anya, in other words, is core values. So Levi's position themselves like original, driven, innovative, flexible, and has rich history. On the next layer, we can see benefits as like exclusive design, premium quality denim, which lead us to the next few points that Levi's jeans are durable and people feel confidence when they are wearing Levi's jeans because they can protect them either in tough situations. Also, our customers think that Levi's jeans perfectly tailored, and in the second layer, in the third layer, we can see attributes. Red symbol is the classical symbol of Levi's jeans. Wrap denim, a recycled material, and wide range of different models. The last layer is brand personality. So we can see that Levi's is an American icon with an independent spirit and contemporary views. And also, as for physical features, it really has distinctive cotton smell. On the next slide, we can see brand associations. We made it with the help of software and Viva, based on the customer reviews which we found on the Levi's website. So, also we can see here that classical features and benefits which Levi's seen before is not working now, because people think that it is not true anymore. So let's see what people usually think when they hear the word Levi's. So here we can see some popular models like a 501 and also Dockers. Also long customer value, because there are a lot of words that are related to the time, like years, many times, month, time, past, always, which means that people have been always loyal to Levi's brand for a long time. Also, another cluster that we can find is features. Some of them are really natural, like fit, quality different, and we can't understand till now what is the context of these phrases. But some of them are really negative, like for example fit or holes, also with the contents of some really disappointed words like returned, replaced, which means people not really are satisfied with the benefits of Levi's jeans now. And in order to understand which phrases are really in the negative context, which one in the positive context, we can see the map. So I also want to remind you one more time that it is based on some customer reviews, so we can see like a real view on Levi's brand now. Also on this map there is a keyword jeans and some things that I have said before, like models 501, 505, some things that are related to the time, like the 40 years, 20 years, which also mean that people use them a long time. So now let's pass to the context of these associations that our customers gave us. So we will pass to brand perception maps. We have gotten them from, with the help of software and Viva 10 and customers' reviews from the Levi's website. So now we will see 3 brand perception maps. And here we can see the keyword jeans. What associations does this word have? So the first one is the models that we have seen before. It is 501 and 505. Also on the right side you can see some things that are related to the time slot, like 40 years, 20 years, and so it is related also to the customer value and really long customer value. Also we can see some negative feedback as lost quality, so lost buttons or true holes, so people are quite dissatisfied with Levi's brand at this point. The second brand perception map is with the keyword yes. So we can see here that on the one hand it is positively connected with the Levi's brand, as we can see really nice words that people are going to say to us. So for example, hot Levi's fan, or another one is many Levi's jeans or loyal customers. So people just themselves position like loyal customers, and it is really good because we can work with them with our new service. But on the other hand, we can see such connection really negative. So extremely disappointed, very upset. So we can make at this point an assumption that the quality with the time went down. And so that's why we took the third brand perception map with the word quality in the middle. So quality has connected with the words like thinner, less durable, poor, horrifically scratchy. And so people are saying that it's getting worse and worse. So our assumption that quality went down confirmed. As a conclusion, I want to highlight that from the customers' reviews, we have understood that some of the customers are really loyal to the Levi's brand. And it also means that we can say about long customer value here. This conclusion is proved by customer reviews, where customers really used word yes, which were related to the loyalty and long time of using our products. Also, we want to protect this segment who have positive attitude towards our brand and have positive perception for our brand. As for negative reviews about lost quality and loss of money, we will tackle it with our new service, which will give people opportunity to choose what they want through our careful tailoring. So clothes will fit to our customers and prevent rubbing. Also, we can positively frame our service to get rid of the problems with the lost quality.
So, as we can see here on the positioning map, Levi's as a brand is currently perceived as traditional, old-fashioned and casual brand. However, since customers' preferences and fashion trends have changed dramatically, it is essential for a brand where at the core values is innovation and flexibility and original design. It is vital to reposition the brand and put it on the next level. It will, like with the new level, it will also create a new competitive advantage against current competitors. For example, Gap has undergone brand refresh, and H&M have utilized kind of motion screen and T-commerce advertisings, and Calvin Klein still engages very famous celebrities and influential people in their current advertising campaigns, and Reply offer customized products. Therefore, we identified a gap in the market and came up with a unique solution, which is an online service, enabling customers to create their bespoke jeans, choosing from a wide range of different product features such as models, shapes and cuts and different colors. With this new stage, it will be more modern and cool and trendy. With this new service, the brand will add such brand personality features as a young and ambitious girl of 24 years old, and she enjoys combining two extremes, studying and having fun with her friends. She is proficient in fashion and follows the latest trends. She's independent, cool and rebellious, and people think she's sexy. She likes to try something new and experiment with the new styles, and she dresses to create an individual style, as she thinks that through the style she can express herself. As we can see that the means and chains represent the main values for our customers. That are social recognitions and feeling of confidence and self-esteem and respect. and all the features that will offer our service will bring the most important benefits, which are not only functional but psychological. To summarize, it is really important for us as a leading brand to understand what our competitors are doing on the market. For example, Gap has recently undergone brand refreshment, and H&M has utilized a motion screen and e-commerce advertising. And for example, Calvin Klein uses influential celebrities endorsement, and Replay, for example, offer customized products for their customers.
Okay, now we're heading towards our brand implementation, which includes the objectives and the strategy. So the main objective is to rejuvenate the Levi's brand with our new online service, Levi's U. In coherence with that, we identified short-term goals, which are first of all to increase the awareness of our new service from 0% to 10% within the first 6 months. We also want to increase the total online sales by 15%, and we want to increase exposure rate and the visitor rates to our Levi's homepage and to our related sites. So as our long-term objectives, we identified that we wanted to achieve a 3% market share growth within 5 years. We also want further on extend our service to our male customers, and we want to increase brand loyalty and customer satisfaction. We believe that when we are able to achieve our short-term goals, we can establish a very good environment to achieve our long-term goals as well. So let's take a deeper look and zoom into our strategy, which here you can see a short overview of our whole strategy. So in the pre-launch phase, we're going to implement our ad campaign and our digital communications campaign. Then we are going to create use the word of mouth effect to further increase the awareness of our new service. And we want to communicate the relevance and the value of our new jeans service. In the launching phase, we're going to introduce our new platform on our Levi's homepage, with including our virtual showroom and our virtual tailor. And in the post-launch phase, we're still going to use our ad campaign and our digital communications campaign, just in a slightly different form. So, concerning our tactics, how are we all going to implement this strategy that I was just talking about? So, first of all, let's take a look at our ad campaign tactics. Well, we're going to have ads in magazines like Elle Girl and Teen Vogue and Glamour, where people can see the image and the link on the same page. There will also be demonstrations on how to use our new service. This is going to be available in Levi's stores, and we will collaborate with big department stores like Selfridges and Harvey Nichols. Further on, there's going to be a digital out-of-home campaign with billboards in high-traffic areas. Our creative idea behind all those tactics is, first of all, our slogan for our new Levi's U service. Our slogan is going to be Trust You, and this message is going to be in line with our already existing brand messaging, as we want to encourage all of our customers to believe in their capabilities and to just create their own original style. Okay, so how is our endorsement strategy going to look like? Well, we're going to collaborate with celebrities and bloggers, and they will blog and post pictures and talk about our new jeans and how they created their own jeans. And people we are going to engage are Paloma Faith. She's just launched her new lingerie and to support breast cancer. Then we're going to have Keisha, who is a famous pop singer, and although she is really a youth idol in America, her style is also admired by a lot of Europeans, and she's really famous for her punk style and for all the denim she wears. And the third blogger we're using is Chiara Ferragni. She is a very famous Italian blogger, and she has a huge number of followers where she can reach out to a lot of potential customers. And all of them will star in our e-commerce feature film. So our e-commerce feature film will create a kind of belonging to the community where all our bloggers and celebrities will talk about their jeans and what they did and why they chose their own style, and a short history behind them and how they value their new jeans. So just a quick overview. The first one is Paloma Face, then we have Chiara Ferragni and Keisha, just to get a picture behind faces. So our digital out-of-home campaign will be billboards in high traffic areas where we're going to have a white sign at the beginning, and there will be only jeans up there. And as the campaign launch will come closer, more of the different parts of the whole billboard will be revealed, where you can see, well, this is the size, this is the fit, this is what you can do by yourself, and everything that you can just choose within the new service. And our slogan up there will be, guess what your or our next mad fad is? We trust you, Levi's you. So this is just to introduce our whole new service. So now moving on to our digital marketing communication tactics. Well, first of all, as already told, for a new customized service, we're going to have a virtual showroom. There is a window popping up when you go onto our platform where you can see all the different sizes and shapes and fits, and also the history behind each shape, which is going to address an emotional association with the whole brand. We're also implementing a virtual tailor, and every user is going to put their measurements in, which are going to be safe for the whole process of ordering the jeans. And this is just to ensure that all the jeans and the sizes and the fits that you chose are going to fit perfectly. So, well, just quick reminder, we offer a lot of different colors and fits and shapes, and we're going to adjust it to everybody's measurements. And further on, another part of our digital marketing communication tactics is, of course, social media, which is really important now. So we're gonna post on Facebook and Instagram and have our own Levi's You pages there. As already mentioned, we're gonna collaborate with bloggers. We will also have our e-commerce video that I already introduced, and we are also going to implement a referral scheme where you are going to get a 20% discount if you refer the service to 3 of your friends and they're buying jeans as well. So here we have a short video as an example for our motion touch video. This is a campaign that Gucci did a while ago. So as I click on one of the clothes she's wearing, you can see that it stops, and I can see exactly what the skirt is named and where I can get it. And the player has a link to the website embedded. So all in all, our main deliverable is our digital online strategy, and all the other tactics are supporting features. Collectively, however, this should penetrate a larger market share than currently. Much of the justifications can be found in the appendix.
We have reached our brand control section, which means setting controls for the objectives that we've created. In our metrics and key performance indicators, we'd like to demonstrate how online increases in awareness actually feed back into overall brand awareness. So more engagement with our online service, the new digital jeans generator, will actually generate overall and collective awareness both in stores and across the online site elsewhere. Now, more specifically, metrics for our digital service come in the form of analysis of cookies, a visit count, a conversion rate from page to page or from page to purchase, click-through rates and user engagement. So are people actually engaging with their purchases, such as sharing them or referring them through our referral scheme and so on. So here is another objective overview, and as you can see we identified both short-term and long-term objectives to which both short-term and long-term thresholds perhaps for discontinuation apply. But before I go into that, I'd like to stipulate that reports would be made to marketing on a weekly basis containing all the results of our metrics, and that's so that we can observe the behaviour of our consumers in response to what we're doing on a very regular basis. And this is made possible by the fact that it's a digital service, so we have access to all sorts of analytics. So back to our short-term discontinuation threshold and long-term, these are mainly based on visit counts and sales, poor sales performance, which would be a clear indicator of needing to either look at our contingency planning and see if there's an option there, or to discontinue the service altogether. Next, we needed to acknowledge whether our strategy is sustainable, so we actually had to ask ourselves the question, is this a good idea? Will diversification of the product range through this brand extension into online tailoring and bespoke jeans making, will that actually draw focus away from existing associations? So we ask ourselves, is it sustainable in the long term? Does it take away from Levi's signature looks? Now we've actually created some contingency planning for this, within which we can identify more critical risks or risk events and threats than others. Here is our contingency planning, among which you will find more to less likely risk events, and actually each of our solutions has been designed in a way that incorporates brand values from the past, current behaviour, and what we believe Levi's will continue to do all throughout the future. Here is a summary as to how our contingency planning aligns with the corporate vision. So our threshold enables Levi's to respond very quickly and effectively as soon as there are signs that the strategy might not have the impact that we predicted or forecasted. And secondly, our contingency planning actually tries to utilise any web assets that we do end up creating and investing in, and any market research that we either have already under our belts and that which we might have collected in the small space of time that our service was live. Next comes brand planning. So this is budgeting and identifying resource allocation, who is responsible critically for what. So here we identify that we have three, let's say, employee stakeholder parties involved. So that would be your web developers, your marketing team, the creative team, who should all work actually in tandem. Above all, however, we're very dependent on our web development team, who have the skills and capital to actually create our brand extension through the jeans generator, Levi's U. The next stage in our brand planning is the time plan, which I will now explain in person for you. So we begin the planning, execution and production of our brand extension. Now, of course, our main deliverable will extend over 3 months. Production and post-production, which might be subcontracted to other production agencies, will usually take about a month's time, especially in digital. Now, for social media comms preparation, this is very simple and it's an overnight job. So let's assume that this is very short term. Finally, agreements, contractual agreements with, say, endorsement figures and retail stores. That's with our retail stores in which we'll have our installations and demonstrations of how to use the website. This can take anything between 1 to 3 months. So we've assumed it takes, let's say, the majority of a month across the 3 months before launch. Next, I'll explain our ad campaign. So, pre-launch, we only want our print ad asset to appear once within a magazine edition in February. Post-launch, it will appear once again, sometime within March, whenever that magazine decides to publish, and again later in May. Now we actually have a break in between May and September. This is 5 to 6 month break, This is designed here to refresh people's attention to the digital service. Our continuation of the time curve from here on downwards is our marketing and any possible contingencies. So within marketing, our person-to-person in-store demonstration and booths, shall we call them, will actually only be initiated after launch, and this will be for the first 2 months. We don't want to take up too much space in our retail representative stores for too long. Secondly, social media content publishing. Now, from the point that we've already prepared, if you remember previously our accounts, we can already begin to publish content pre-launch for the first 2 months, so that would be in April and May. Now, from then onwards, we can actually publish content more aggressively, and this can be more directed for an unlimited amount of time. Our referral scheme, again, will only be live once the digital service itself is live too, and this is for the first 3 months. We think that financially it's more sustainable for a limited period if we're going to distribute discounts. With regards to publishing the motion touch e-commerce feature film, now once this is published, this can stay on the internet indefinitely. And finally, in terms of our contingent, this would only really occur post-launch once we have metrics to identify whether they are necessary, but this would mainly include an extension of the messaging that we use in our advertising and marketing and communications, especially bloggers, which we identified as our most influential international representatives. To summarise, our financial breakdown and predicted budget total would come towards about 2.7 million. Now, given spending by Levi's within the past few decades or so, this isn't an unrealistic figure. And actually, this takes into account the web development build, the advertising campaign across Europe. This is a Europe-wide campaign, as well as any other costs, including resources and, for example, resource and maintenance of our jeans generator for up to 1 year.